Anyways, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 1, the pilot episode of the Utility Players podcast. Here I am. This is C-Zip, joined by the other Envo boys. Figs, how we doing on this Sunday afternoon?
I'm doing good. I'm ready to get some conversation in.
And our other and third and final member of the gang, Easton, how are you doing? That looks like your homestead back there.
Yep, doing well. Can't complain.
All right, good to chat with the fellas. So today in the episode, well, first let's talk about what we plan to do with the podcast. Obviously, this is our first episode, so I thought we could go around and talk about topics and things that we want to get done and accomplish with this podcast. Feeds, you can start.
Do you mean today or like overall?
Overall.
We just talk about sports, talk about life, talk about whatever we want to talk about, and kind of hopefully bring some humor, especially now that we're all stuck inside nonstop.
Easton, you got anything to add?
No, Nick pretty much nailed it right there.
Yeah, so kind of what our goal is to do is kind of bring some humor and light to sports. Obviously, in today's times with the quarantine days, there's not too much sports that we can talk about currently. But the goal right now is to do 4 to 5 podcasts a week while we're in quarantine and we have the time to. And then when life goes back to normal, whenever that is, we'll try and do about 2 podcasts a week for you guys. So today, in our first episode, we want to talk about, or I want to get into some NFL 2020, should we have it. So obviously it's way too early. We're here in the spring, early spring, but obviously with a kind of a QB carousel and a crazy NFL free agency so far, let's get into some 2020 sleepers. So Nick, who do you feel is going to go off this year?
I think the Atlanta Falcons. I think Todd Gurley is going to have a resurgence this year. It's going to Atlanta. They're loaded. Great offense. Their team always kind of sucks, but I think he's going to come back, have a huge year. I think his knee's going to kind of hold up a little bit better. They're not going to use him as much as the Rams did, and I think ultimately that could play off really well for him.
Yeah, I think he just needed a new change of scenery. And I think being now in Atlanta and having a different situation, I think that's all that he's going to need to get back to, the Pro Bowl-esque, MVP-esque running back that he was in years prior.
It's kind of crazy how fast he crashed, too. Like, that's what you got to factor into when he's coming back. Oh, we lost Easton.
Well, that's what a knee will do. I mean, you get knee injuries in football. That's how expendable they are. That's why they don't make nearly as much as basketball, baseball players do.
Yeah. I think he's going to be a help, too, because Los Angeles has good players, but you have Matt Ryan instead of Jared Goff. You got Julio Jones instead of Cooper Kupp. Those are some pretty big players that you're playing with and not having to carry as much of the offense.
The only problem is they were not a very good football team last year.
Yeah. The Falcons?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bad, but they were right there. I think that they're one of those teams where they had a horrible record for a very good team.
Okay. I like it. So who you want to talk about? Who do you think is going to maybe drop or suck this year that hasn't sucked in the past?
Who's going to suck? I think the Patriots are going to have a rough year if Jarrett Stidham is their quarterback. That guy is horrible.
Have you seen the pictures of him on like Barstool with like a bunch of chicks? And it's like the Jarrett Stidham era.
Dude, I think that guy's going to suck.
That kind of leads into something else, and that Cam Newton has been rumored kind of the biggest name in free agency right now. Obviously, a lot of controversy with Carolina really not wanting him and kind of pushing him out the door. In my opinion, he's kind of gotten pushed away way too soon. Obviously, a number 1 overall pick, a very talented Heisman Trophy winner, national championship, and then came in and has played Carolina to a Super Bowl before losing to Denver. And obviously some issues with injury and some kind of off-the-field issues character-wise. But I think one of the most talented guys in the NFL, and I think he finds the right home, he's going to be back to a Pro Bowl-esque player. So, Easton, I'd like to hear from you. Where do you think Cam Newton should or will end up?
I've heard Bears and Chargers in the talks, but I think he's going to be in New England. I think Belichick's going to recruit him in. And I think he's almost going to – I mean, he can't really live up to Tom Brady in that offense, but I think he will be almost nearly as dominant and still win that division.
I disagree. I think Jameis Winston's the answer for New England. I think Jameis Winston, guy's a better thrower. Cam Newton's hurt. He can't really move as well. Jameis Winston throws a lot of interceptions, don't get me wrong, but the guy throws the ball everywhere. If he goes to New England, gets a little bit more of a tame offense as opposed to Tampa Bay's run and gun offense. I think he has a pretty good year. I think he's a very underrated quarterback. Not a great quarterback, but very underrated.
And he got LASIK surgery, so Jameis Winston is of no longer. He'll be able
Just throw to the right team this year.
Yeah. I think it's a new era for Jameis Winston. I think you plug those guys in. Obviously, both are number 1 overall picks. Did Jameis win a national championship at Florida State?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
It's Bill Belichick too. He's gonna tailor an offense to him. Bill Belichick's a difference maker.
My only problem is neither of them are like the prototypical like character that you would see in a Patriots locker room.
I agree, but that's also where Belichick's pretty good. Is people come in there, they mess around once they're gone. I think that's where he's gonna. Exactly. I think that Jameis Winston messes up one time. He's like, Belichick doesn't care. He'll lose just to lose.
Yeah.
He's at the point in his career, it doesn't really matter for him.
He'll put in Jarrett Stidham.
I watched him play one game against the Jets. He threw a pick 6. They covered the spread because he threw a pick 6. Huge.
So kind of to wrap up this topic was the last thing I wanted to talk about was obviously here in the end of March going into April. Give me your Super Bowl favorite in spring. Easton, we'll start with you.
Pass on me. I gotta think about this.
I mean, you got to go with the Chiefs. There's dominant
Really?
start to bottom, yeah.
I'm going to give you a sleeper right here, right now. And I'm going to call myself – I'm probably going to done chain them call them done by week 7 of next year. But the Tennessee Titans are going to win a Super Bowl with Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill. Mike Vrabel is an electric coach. He's learned in Bill Belichick's system. The guy – I think is a winner, and I think that last year was just the beginning of the Ryan Tannehill era in Tennessee.
I do like that. I mean, earlier, about a week ago, I would have said the Texans, but then they traded DeAndre Hopkins, so can't really say them anymore.
Bill O'Brien.
No, you want to hear a sleeper? Buffalo Bills.
Ooh.
They're going to run that division. Them and the Jets, I think, are going to be the 2 best in that division.
No, Sam Darnold.
The Jets?
Dude, without Brady, you're going to have – New England's going to be hurting. They still got a good defense, but Darnold's not bad. I think Darnold had a bad game.
Is not bad.
And everyone kind of went against him. I think he's pretty solid.
He did throw 4 picks.
He did get mono, too.
Was it? Yeah.
That honestly makes me like him more. He's playing every weekend.
On and off the ball.
So moving on. So we're going to start some segments that we're going to try and do almost every episode. So the first one we're going to do off our main topic is called I Beg to Differ. And Easton, I believe you got today's I Beg to Differ topic.
Yep, I know it's a little unorthodox and a little against everybody else, but I truly believe that, don't get me wrong, Patrick Mahomes is a good quarterback, but I think he's overhyped and overrated.
Why?
I say this because, I mean, you look at the Chiefs' past. They've been building, before him with Alex Smith. 2015, they won the wild card in that division behind Peyton Manning and Broncos, who won the Super Bowl. 2016, they were 12-4. And then 2017, he became the starter, 10-6, and they still won the division from 2016 to this past year. I think if you put Deshaun Watson, maybe even Matthew Stafford or Russell Wilson on that lineup, they're still winning Super Bowls.
Yeah, I agree, but you got to also factor in Stafford I could see and Deshaun I could see, but Mahomes has got otherworldly arm talent. He's making throws no one else can make. That Super Bowl throw to Tyreek Hill off 1 foot, 40 yards in the air right in the money. That's a throw that Mahomes can make that not many guys can make.
Yeah, that was a good throw, but Tyreek Hill also broke stride and had to stop for that throw, and he had no cornerbacks or safeties within 5 to 10 yards of him.
I bet you not that many NFL quarterbacks make that throw off 1 foot.
I bet you the top half of the quarterbacks could make that throw.
I could see it. But I think Mahomes just kind of brings a swagger to that team too. So they were always good.
Yeah,
And then
that
he
is
came in
true.
his rookie or the second year, the first year he started, and he just lit it up, and all of a sudden the Chiefs were like a household name.
He
Yeah,
came in
I
and said, "I
do.
have a
I do
bigger
agree
cock than
that
anyone."
I do. Wait,
Not than
what?
Teddy Bridgewater. Have you seen that picture?
No.
Is Louisville like
Is
senior
there a
day
leak
picture?
on
It's down to like his knee. No,
Teddy
no, I
Bridgewater?
don't. It's like down to his knee.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I can't say I've seen that. Yeah, but I do agree that Patrick Mahomes does bring a kind of swagger and energy to the Chiefs offense that, I mean, obviously Alex Smith did not. Yeah, speak up.
Yeah. But you're just very quiet. So my take on Patrick Mahomes is a top 10 person in every category this past year, and he missed 4 games this year. He's a big body. He has the best arm.
And you look at
the freak of an athlete. Yes, he has the tools around him, but that doesn't make him like – the Chiefs' offense was a joke this year. They made NFL defenses look like they were playing like the JV team in high school or the practice squad at Western Michigan. Like, they are putting for an NFL offense to put up 40 points, 35 plus a night. You know that it's just because he has the tools. It's because he is a special athlete. And I'd make the argument that he's one of the best players in all of sports right now. If not,
so you look at their team when he got hurt and Matt Moore came in against, I think it was Denver or the Chargers won the 2. He had like 14 points on 2 drives. He got hurt, was out of the game. They didn't score for like the next 8 drives. And I'm not saying that shows how good, like their offense is insane. Don't get me wrong. That shows Mahomes is also like a big piece of why that offense is so good. You put some of their players on teams with Jarrett Stidham at quarterback, there's not a chance that they're putting up that many points.
I'll ask you this, Easton, since we're all Lions fans here. If you put Patrick Mahomes on the Lions, do they win more than 3 games?
They win 4 games.
Dude, with that receiving core, they're winning like at least 8.
Yeah, I think they're like anywhere from 7-9 to 9-7 with Patrick Mahomes on their team.
Disagreed.
Why?
You got to remember Matthew
Stafford.
Matthew Stafford wasn't even there for most of the year. They would have won 5 or 6 games if they had Matthew Stafford, let alone Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. And I mean, they also did blow 2 or 3 of their first games where
they should have beat the Chiefs.
They had a lead in like every game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Mahomes beat them in the one game. They're beating the Chiefs.
Green Bay didn't lead for a single second against the Lions.
That's
in
what
both
their
games.
season changed around. Is like to be a Detroit Lions fan. I just feel
it's purgatory. You're always so close yet so far.
To like have the flag thrown, that flag that they threw, is just too stereotypical. It's at this point, it's like they're trying to make a comedic joke out of us. Like every time the Lions can do something right, no, that like the world has to say. Like there's some higher power out there that's saying no, the Lions are just be a joke for the rest of the world.
Detroit sports at this point, everyone hates us.
Yeah, well,
just because we're bad and we used to be so good.
Yeah, we haven't been good for a while on anything.
Yeah, I mean, the Tigers made 2 World Series since 2006. Wings made 2 Stanley Cups. Pistons won in 04.
Now our best team is the freaking Pistons.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously we've been talking about how there's not a lot of sports to talk about right now. So the next scheduled thing right now, obviously they're looking at more possibilities to possibly make it online, delay it, whatever, is the NFL draft. Right now, kind of the big 2 names at the number 1 spot is Joe Burrow, the quarterback of LSU, a Heisman winner and national championship defendee. So my question to you guys is, would you rather have a healthy Tua Tagovailoa of Alabama or Joe Burrow? Dick.
Say his last name again.
Tua Tagovailoa. Did I butcher that?
I don't know. I've never heard anyone say his last name.
I don't know how to say it.
I don't think anyone's ever said his last name besides you.
I was just like, you know what? I'm here. I'm going to go for it.
You went for it. I'm going with a healthy Tua over a healthy Joe Burrow. He was dominant for 2 years. And the injuries are the only reason I wouldn't take him, like, super high in this draft. But you look at him, he lit up SEC defenses for 2 years. Joe Burrow's first year, and LSU wasn't as good. He did not do anything noteworthy for that team. As opposed to his second year, obviously, he lit it up. He was the best player in football. But Tua dominated 2 years. He got hurt, cut a season short. I think Alabama was the best team last year if Tua was healthy in the playoffs.
You think? Well,
Yeah, I gotta agree with that pretty
they had
much.
Tua the entire game.
I mean-
lost to Joe Burrow still.
Yeah, that's one game, though. It's a 5-point game. Also, you got to factor in there were some dumb mistakes. Tua fumbled the ball at like the 10-yard line, just dropped it.
That was at LSU too, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
I think it was at Bama.
Yeah.
I can be wrong.
Yeah, you were wrong.
Go ahead, Easton.
Oh no, I was just gonna agree. Like Tua lit up the SEC for 2 years, and Joe Burrow. I mean, granted, he did light up. He did light it up last year. It worries me about 1-year quarterbacks who just light it up like Deshaun Kaiser. Like, see how well that worked out.
Trubisky.
So
Yeah.
like I was saying, I was telling you guys offline that that's my biggest thing is that I hate 1-year guys that are 1-year starters or guys that were good for 1 year because like it's such a small. They play 12 games plus 2 if you win a national championship. 14 games is not even an NFL season. You've had less than an NFL season to watch someone play, and you want to decide that that's your future number one pick, the future of your franchise. I mean, to me, that's Trubisky is probably the biggest of most recent example. Obviously, Chicago is in a mess after this past year, but I think it's kind of the same thing with Joe Burrow in that the 1-year guy. Yes, he had one of the best seasons ever in college football, and I'm not denying that, and I'm a huge fan of his energy. The hat with the cigar when you win a natty, that's freaking sick. But yeah, I'm gonna take Tua just because he's had the 2 years of blowing it up in the SEC.
No, see, my big difference is that Joe Burrow, my biggest difference in him and Trubisky's in the ACC. The ACC is terrible. They had I think Miami might have been good that year. You got Miami and Clemson. Everyone else is 7-5, 8-4 at the very best. You look at the SEC; they're playing against top 10 teams week in, week out, and he's lighting it up, embarrassing teams that realistically were competing for BCS bowls.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. You guys want to get into our next segment, or you guys have anything else you want to add?
Easton, you got anything?
Good.
All right, we're good.
No, I'm good.
So we're gonna do our brands of the week. So in this quarantine time, obviously, besides toilet paper, one of the best things that you could stock up on these days is water bottles and bottled water. So I want to starting 9 of you guys' top water brands. So we're each gonna go around, pick one, next one, pick one, next one. So kind of a draft.
Like a draft.
9, yeah. So Nick, you're gonna get the first pick here. Pick your first.
I got the first pick. All right, I'm going with a safe pick. Ice Mountain. I feel like it's just a classic water. I feel like pretty much everyone likes Ice Mountain. Yeah, if you don't like Ice Mountain, there's something wrong with you.
Ice Mountain's that good pick where it's just that I don't want to.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah, it's creamy. It doesn't taste like that cheap grocery store brand where it tastes kind of lettuce. You know what I mean? Flat almost. I don't know. Just tastes like.
It's high class water.
It just tastes like it came right from the springs. You have the second pick, Easton.
I mean, this might be a bold pick. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't, but I'm a fan of it, so I'm going to go with Aquafina.
Aquafina is a good pick. I like that.
I don't know. I don't think I've had Aquafina in years.
Aquafina is a weird one where it's
irrelevant.
Yeah, it's on the expensive level, like Ice Mountain, but at the same time, it's really not quite as spring tasting. I'll give it. It's fresh. It's fresh. That's all I'm gonna say about Aquafina.
Cheers, Connor.
My first pick is gonna be Smart Water. See, I'm all about these days. You got to get your pH levels up. Get those freaking electrolytes in. And Smart Water is gonna do the job for you.
It's a big bottle too.
If you're not, yeah, exactly. Saving the universe. Less plastic. Actually, more plastic.
That's
So what do we have? Ice Mountain, Smart Water. and Aquafina were our first rounders. Let's do Nick, second round pick.
To start the second round off, I'm going with very controversial one. I know you guys aren't going to like it. Kroger brand water, purified. Kroger brand is just your first sip is a little rough. You gotta get used to it. That's all. That's like all I can drink now. It's actually like insanely good.
See, I am against any grocery store brand. Hear me out.
Why?
Okay. I get that they're cheaper, and then if you're balling on a budget, if you got it, you got to go with that. But it just tastes like lead to me. Like all like the cheap water just tastes like lead and I could just taste the cheapness. No response.
Dude, I don't know. I think you're fucked. Kroger water is all we get here. Kroger water is all we get here, and it's honestly, you drink it enough, it becomes pretty freaking good.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, with my pick, I kind of not gonna like it, but I'm gonna have to go with the just Sam's Club generic.
Oh no, that stuff sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Dude, I remember drinking
terrible.
that. That was horrible.
It just sounds like I want to piss that out immediately.
Dude, it's like yellow.
Or spit it
It's
out.
like $3 for 40 water bottles, and it's good.
Dude, that is the kind of water where you could drink an entire pack and your piss would still be bright yellow.
That's not true.
I don't know. That's how it works.
I'm just
Explain me the science behind that.
Well, I'm not saying there's science behind it. I'm just saying it's so shitty of water that your piss will stay yellow. It just simply will not hydrate you.
It's purified water. It's like the same as Nick's. It's just Sam's Club.
Yeah, but Kroger brand's good.
Kroger brand is better than Sam's Club. That was a hot take to be in a starting 9. I'm gonna stick with the bougie one.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a role player.
My second round pick is gonna be Essentia. Essentia, I kind of got into it at school. It's pH +7. Obviously, you got to stay on top of that. To me, it's not quite as good as Smart Water simply because it doesn't have as cool of a name as Smart Water. You just feel like you're getting smarter when you're drinking Smart Water. You just feel more sophisticated and like you have a bigger cock than everyone else. But Essentia, next level down.
Is that why you drink it?
Oh, of course, yeah. I have to compliment.
Like compare the bottle to yourself after, like, oh, only a quarter the size.
Yeah, I wish.
All right, Nick, last round.
I'm going with a more expensive. It's more of a delicacy in these quarantine times. I'm going to Fiji water.
Ooh.
The square bottle, arguably the best water you can get. It's pretty expensive. That's my biggest gripe against. That's why it's a third round pick. But dude, you can't afford to go out and get prime rib nowadays. You gotta get Fiji water.
I'm gonna go with a bougie water, but not as bougie as Fiji water. Dasani.
Dasani's not bougie.
Dasani
sucks.
Dasani's
the only thing left in the shelves.
Because Dasani is that more expensive brand that still sucks and tastes like Sam's Club, but it's still more.
Easton is like shitty water. He doesn't drink water. He's just looking up brands.
Easton goes, yeah, I drink tap water. I don't really know how to drink bottled water.
Easton bottles his own water straight from the pond.
Connor, your next pick's about to be like the fridge or the water I got out of the fridge.
Probably sink water.
I would
just use bathtub water.
The ninth selection in the bottled water draft is going to go to the Nestle
Shower
Pure Life. Again, it's kind of price-wise with Dasani and like Ice Mountain in them. It just tastes like more fresh and not as lettuce to me as the cheaper Kroger, Sam's Club, the name brand grocery stores. So it's going to be, to me, it's like that right field. It's the kid that plays right field and bats 9. It's no pH like electrolyte water. Like it's quality water that's during times of quarantine is going to keep you happy.
It's the coach's kid.
Yeah, it's the coach's kid that like stays in the starting line.
All right, I respect it.
So that is our starting 9. The draft is over. Congratulations, man. So kind of to moving along here. Obviously, we're at Sunday. We're starting a new week. Another week of quarantine has passed. So it's time for MVP and LVP of the week. Let's start with LVP. Nick, who's your LVP of the week?
My least valuable player and arguably the most evil man on earth right now, Kirk Herbstreit, saying the season's going to be canceled in March.
Agreed.
There should be at least an agreement like June 1st. Give me something to look forward to. If this gets canceled now, this quarantine just got 10 times worse.
Easton, LVP,
Agreed.
Kirk Herbstreit.
Yeah, no, he sucks.
Guy's a dick.
My LVP of the week is grocery store ice cream. Yeah, I'm going to explain it. So, in quarantine times, ice cream is my go-to snack at 8 o'clock now. 8 o'clock sharp, I hit the ice cream bar, and there's a Paro joint. And usually it's something from the Kroger, obviously. And after having all these different, like, we've had like pretty much every brand you can buy at the grocery store at this point. We're going through like tubs in like 2 or 3 days as a family. And like I miss like soft serve going out for ice cream. Like there's a big difference between going to like a brand name like a Cold Stone and getting a nice sundae and just having to fucking have Eddie's birthday cake ice cream every night. And it just tastes
What flavor ice cream have you been getting though?
well, it rotates. Like I've had vanilla, I've had birthday cake's my favorite, so my mom's been trying to buy Earth Day cake. I just said Earth Day cake, which Earth Day is coming up, guys. So save the earth. Yeah, I almost had chocolate, trying to put like Oreo crumbs in there, maybe some peanut butter in there, trying to spice things up. But I am officially done and sick of grocery store ice cream that tastes like plastic.
I've been
Wait, what,
having,
is it like Kroger brand ice cream or is it like
No. It's like, well, we had Guernseys at first, and that was really good. And then now we don't have any. And it's like Eddie's and like Bayers, whatever it is.
Bears?
And it's just like it's fine. Like it gets my sweet craving in. It's just not the same.
Okay, I respect it. I just don't understand why you're calling it grocery store ice cream when it's not like Kroger brand ice cream.
Fair. No, I should say rephrase as in like ice cream from the grocery store.
You're giving grocery stores a bad rep.
I mean, I kind of agree with it. It's like getting like a frozen pizza. It's not like the same.
Yeah, would you call
Exactly.
DiGiorno a grocery store pizza?
Yeah.
Well, it's
frozen
delivery. Or it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Is it delivery?
No,
So you
it's
just
DiGiorno.
Have MVPs this week. Nick, you have an MVP?
I'm going with the Tiger King, Joe Exotic. He's getting me through the week. I love that someone is so dumb as him, meth head, and he's just living life on Netflix. Like, how does he get a show? I want to get a show.
See, that was also my MVP of the week. It was Joe Exotic. See, actually, my MVP of the week, I'm going to change it now. Sticking on the Tiger King, I'm going to say it's Carol Baskin is the MVP of the week purely simply because she basically won the Tiger King war with Joe Exotic. I mean, Joe Exotic is sitting behind bars, and Carol Baskin won. I fully and truly believe she got away with killing her husband. She killed that son of a gun, and she has that new husband whipped like he's like on a leash.
Have you seen the pictures of their wedding when he's
damn-
like in like a caveman suit with a leash on his neck?
Yeah,
Dude, it's
I actually think he thinks he's like one of her tigers. Like that's their relationship. Like he's like a bald tiger. And she
know who else might be a winner of that show? Jeff Lowe and his partners just got a whole zoo from sending him to jail.
Yeah, Jeff Lowe is actually the biggest. Might be more of a sleazebag than Exotic himself, and somehow he's in jail.
Just has less meth.
Yeah.
That we know of.
Yeah, exactly. That we know. Oh, I love how he has the balls to like even like be like the last couple episodes when they're like interviewing him when like after Joe Exotic's in jail and and then he like fought his new partner with the new zoo they were building. Like what? This is like balls to like lie. Just it's so obvious that you're just lying straight to the interviewer's face and you're blatantly.
You guys are so funny. It's like real life Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, it is. It essentially is. Like the amount of trash going on. I just feel bad for the cat. It does make you feel bad for the cats, though. I will say that. Easton, MVP of the week.
My MVP of the week is Ozark season 3. Just came out yesterday. Giving me something to do, something to watch. I binge watched the first 2 seasons about a month or 2 ago. Actually, maybe more than that. But yeah, just been kind of waiting for season 3, and couldn't have came out at a better time. Just been playing Fortnite all night, and now I actually got something to watch and do.
How long are the episodes?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
About 40 minutes to an hour.
That's the key. You need long episodes at this point.
Yeah.
Day goes by faster.
And then there's like 10 episodes a season, and usually the last one's like an hour and a half.
To me, like, it's like, I know Breaking Bad was popular too. Ozark's obviously popular as well. It's like, it drags out. Like, you can watch an episode and like still be on course to like know what's happening in the story. Like, they drag it out for too long. Like, you can watch episode 7 and be like you would have missed like some minor details, but you would have known the grand scheme of things without watching an episode. Like Breaking Bad.
But they also do that to build it up.
You have to like get into the show. Like, can I be on my phone during it, or will that like throw me off?
No, you have to watch it.
Yeah, see, I have trouble with that. Like
the first season, like you got to watch. The second season, like middle of the episodes, you can go on your phone and stuff like for a little bit. But like you kind of gotta be like paying attention too.
I don't have that kind of like ability. I get too like bored when I watch shows. Like, just Tiger King, go on my phone for 20 minutes, come back on, and they're still arguing about hood rat shit.
Tiger King.
I mean, I'm the same way, but Ozark, like at least the first 2 seasons, I'm only an episode into this new season because I'm trying to space it out. But the first 2 seasons, like I didn't like I wasn't on my phone because like something was always happening, and like always building
Smart
up.
to space it out though, because I watched I watched Tiger King in 2 days, and before that I watched 4 seasons of Lucifer, and there was 16 episodes a season, and they were 50 minutes, and I watched all 4 seasons, 16 episodes in 6 days.
You ever realize those shows, when they're shooting it, they're literally shooting like a movie for every episode? They have a movie's 2.5 hours. They're shooting like 16, 50-minute episodes. Yeah. It's like insane if you think about it. Like how much work that must take compared to like a normal, like The Office or something.
I bet you they shoot an episode. They can bang out like 3 or 4 episodes of The Office in a day's work.
No way.
You don't think so?
Maybe shooting the scenes. But
dude,
like,
I bet you it takes 3 hours to shoot a scene of The Office.
No, 3 for one scene.
Yeah, no, one episode, 3-4 hours.
No way.
No, I bet you it takes at least a day or 2 for each episode.
Plus, you gotta edit it all. That's gonna take for fucking ever.
Bro, I'm saying just shooting. Obviously.
Think about it though. Like, if they record it, like you say something, they have to get like they're getting multiple angles from like behind you. So then you're just looking at the back of their head. That probably takes them 15, 20 seconds to set up. You gotta keep the words and like make sure like the person's still paying attention, like in the same position. Like, there's a lot going on that you don't see there.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Make sure that like characters aren't like laughing in the background too, or like not paying attention and stuff. A lot to do.
I said we DM Toby Flenderson and find out how long it took.
Or the guy that plays Kevin. You seen the video of him at the bar where he's going, I have one question for you guys. And it's him at the bar. He raises a shot glass and he goes, what the fuck are we drinking? And he just downs a shot and everyone goes nuts.
Yeah. It's so weird to see him talk like normally and not intentionally stupid.
Yeah, he seems like kind of a smart dude, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just thought he was just dumb. It's weird that they're like actual people.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's something you always think of someone in like a role that you see them as, and then it's like wait, like the guy who plays Jim is not married to the guy who plays Pam. Yeah.
Well, it's like the main characters, it's a lot easier for that. But like the background characters, like it's hard to think that those are like people getting paid a lot of money to act.
And like
they're just showing up to work.
Creed probably made a lot.
Jim Carrey, other than
100 or 200 lines.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Other than Jim Carrey and this guy who plays Jim, John.
Who's Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey's Michael Scott.
You're an idiot. Oh my god. Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. Yeah. God damn it. I should have known. Jim Carrey isn't like a guy that plays like the same.
Jim Carrey, isn't he in Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
Jim Carrey was in the show, and wasn't he the one who wanted to go like the Finger Lakes when he interviewed?
No,
Carrey. Oh, dude.
that was
Like Jim Carrey,
someone else.
Yes Man, and like all those stupid like movies like that. I'm not same actor, not same person. Steve Carell. Sorry. Back to my point. Steve Carell and the guy who plays Jim, John Krasinski. Right. Those are the only two that are really in stuff like. Stuff today. So it's like, seeing like, since that's all they've really been in that's famous, like the other characters, that's why like you look at them like that. Since I've seen like Steve Carell and other stuff now, I don't necessarily
Yeah,
to that role.
I agree.
Dude, I didn't. Did you guys know? Remember when they're interviewing all the people for the show and stuff, or not the show?
The job.
Michael's job.
Yeah.
I didn't know one of the guys interviewing was Warren Buffett.
Or Michael.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Will Ferrell was in it, obviously.
Yep. D'Angelo was that?
D'Angelo Vickers
Yeah.
or Hall. All right, we can move on from The Office.
That's
Jim
what I do
Carrey was
yeah.
in it.
You want to do a final debate and then challenge it?
Yeah, we can hit a debate real quick.
All right. So final debate of the day is: would you have a better chance of tackling Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry? Easton, go.
Derrick Henry.
Why?
You'd have a better chance. Lamar Jackson's too shifty. You're not even going to be able to touch him. He's faster than Derrick Henry. He's just going to run right around you, and if you even have a chance, he's going to like pull off a spin move or just cut one way. You're not even going to touch him. Derrick Henry, he's just going to run right through you. Where in a chance you like have a chance to like trip him up or swipe his ankles or something. I don't know, but I mean both. You're probably not going to tackle, but I think you'd have at least a chance at Derrick Henry, considering he'd run through you, not around you.
No, you're wrong. I think Derrick Henry.
Wrong. Debate it.
No, you're wrong. Derrick Henry, you got factoring he's running a 4.5, so he's pretty fucking fast. He's in the upper echelon.
Lamar Jackson's running a 4.3. He's faster.
I'm not disagreeing. A 4.5 at 6'4", 240, and 4.3 at 6'2", 212. I'm not going to catch either one of them, but my best chance is I grab like an ankle, and I think Derrick Henry would just kick me off, and I'd go flying. Lamar Jackson, I grab an ankle. I have at least a fighting chance. He's a lot smaller. I think I would rather line up against Lamar Jackson than Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I'd rather line up against Lamar Jackson too. He's not going to kill you when he touches you, but I don't think you're even going to have a chance of getting within a yard of him.
If I grab Lamar Jackson's jersey, I think I could take him down. If I grab Derrick Henry's jersey, I have zero chance of taking him down.
I agree.
He's just going to drag me to the end zone.
I think he's exponentially stronger than Lamar to where his speed is like Lamar's like advantage in speed is not as exponentially better. So like therefore I think okay, so like if speed is here, I think it's and like the middle ground is here. His speed like Lamar gets that much speed, but power and strength wise, like Henry is that much better than Lamar, so he's gonna be the difference there in that like he's gonna be that.
Look at what Derrick Henry did to Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas is a Hall of Famer, and Derrick Henry just shoved him to the ground. Lamar Jackson doesn't stiff arm people. If he tries to hurdle me, it's like best case scenario. Putting my helmet right in his crotch and taking him down.
I think it's like trying to catch a cat versus a dog. I mean, a cat's gonna be way shiftier, way quicker, but not as fast. Where a dog is just gonna sprint by you.
So,
there's no way you can catch a dog. You think you can catch a dog and not a cat?
Dude, if a cat's trying to get away from you, you're not catching a cat. You at least have a chance with a dog.
The only reason you catch a dog is because it wants to come back and play with you.
No, I'm obviously not saying because of that.
There's no way you catch a dog. I think you have a better chance at catching a cat. Let's just turn it into a new debate.
I was going to ask you just because we both disagree with him. Like, if you had to line up against Derrick Henry, then do you think you say 10 times? Do you think you could tackle him once?
No, I don't think I could tackle either of them once out of 50 times.
By yourself?
I don't think a
What
single
about all
person
right?
I
What if
know
us
could.
three are together? You think we have a better chance against Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson?
Derrick Henry.
No, we can surround Lamar, and one person grabs him, and two people dive at him.
Dude, he's
Derrick
too
Henry will
quick.
break all three of us at once.
Derrick
No,
Henry, we're just gonna funnel off and we're gonna catch and maybe have a chance of tripping up his ankle. But Lamar Jackson, he's just gonna hit you with a quick step and go the other way.
see, I think like with the three of us, the speed portion is taken away. Like we should be able to cover enough ground to slow him down enough, like slow both of them down enough to where it comes down to like, can we actually get the person down? Like when we slow him down, and I
No, the
think
thing with Derrick Henry is
Derrick
one of
Henry.
us has to be the first one to make contact with him. And I don't think any of us want to be the first one to make contact with him.
No,
Lamar Jackson,
exactly.
one of us would step up and be like, all right, I'll take one for the team. You guys come surround him after.
I don't know. I think Lamar Jackson's gonna be harder because I mean he's shifty through professional defenses where Derrick Henry is still
So
just
Derrick
running
Henry.
right through him.
Yeah, exactly. He's running through him.
Yeah, but I mean if you look at us, he's gonna run through us. But if professional players can barely touch Lamar Jackson, we're not even gonna come close.
I don't know. I think if we have a chance to tackle either of those two, it's the smaller guy, even if he's faster, because Derrick Henry, you have to factor in, he's got like 6 inches on all of us and like 70 or 80 pounds.
Lamar Jackson's got
Jackson's got
5 inches on all of us.
Lamar Jackson's got 4 inches and he's got 30 pounds. That's at least like enough of a chance where like maybe we grab him and he like slips.
I don't know. I think Lamar Jackson's probably one of the most agile players in the league.
Dude, if we weren't on quarantine, I would so tell him to come over.
Yeah, I think he totally would come over too.
Yeah, no, he probably would. He loves to chill with the boys.
All right. So let's get into our final challenge of the day. Our final segment is how we're gonna end most episodes. Here is a challenge for the next one. So Nick has the first challenge. So Nick, you want to say what your challenge is?
All right, so I've been seeing a lot of people posting like athletic stuff on Instagram stories and Snapchat stories. My challenge is, or like, I guess my over under is how many miles do you think I can run in 60 minutes without any training? Like, I just go outside and run for 60 minutes. How far do you think I go? And factor in, I could stop and just start walking. I'm going to be outside moving for 60.
Today when it's really windy.
No, not today. Too wet.
Normal day.
Right then. So you have to do it tomorrow because we'll podcast on Tuesday.
Sunny, 65, and not raining.
It'll be like June.
Yeah, true, with Michigan.
I think, all right, I'll do it Tuesday morning.
Okay. So we're taking the over under.
Yeah, what do you, like, what's the number? How many
Hey,
miles?
tomorrow's 45 with no rain. You should be good.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna take your over under at 5 miles in an hour. We can 5.5 because to make it like a more regular spread.
Well, 5.5 miles.
Dude, 5.5 is a lot.
Miles.
Yeah. 4.5 is more of a reasonable number if you're going to try to make it a half.
Fine, then we'll go. No.
5 miles.
Go 5.
Okay.
Because 4.7, I can still give 4.7. It's not a football game.
If you get 5, then that's the over.
All right, so 4.9. 4.9 is over under. 5 is over. 4.9 is a loss.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys saying I'm going over under 4.9?
I'm saying you're going under 4.9 and under 60 minutes.
Okay, no, but you got to factor in. I don't have to run that whole time. I could sprint 4.8 miles and just walk the last 0.2.
No. The challenge was, can you run over 5 miles in 60 minutes?
No. It's just 60 minutes. Like, how far can you go in 60 minutes?
I'll run 5 miles if that's your challenge. I'll run them. You got to factor in. I'm pretty quick. I think it should be how much you can get in 60 minutes. My only problem is I ran a mile the other day in 8 minutes, and I thought I was going to throw up. So that's a big hit on my character.
I just walk these days. I get my quarantine walks where you go outside, and it's like you would think since we're quarantined, people are just going to be glued to their phones even more. But like, I've never seen so many people outside engaging with each other in a time.
See, that's what I saw the memes. It's like the memes are like when everyone's allowed outside, everyone stays inside. And now that people have COVID-19, they're like flying around the world. Something about being quarantined makes everyone antsy.
I mean, it should.
I know, but I'm gonna vlog. I'm gonna vlog myself running this and put it on TikTok. Our TikTok is at Utility Players Pod. Send us more challenges on there. Do whatever you need. I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna get 5.1 minimum. And when I get 5.1, you guys have to do something. So come up with like a punishment for yourselves.
Okay.
Connor has to shotgun a bang. Isn't that what we agreed upon?
Yeah, Connor has to shotgun a bang. Easton has to caveman something off his head without cracking the top.
I don't know while being at home if I want a caveman.
No, you have to. Have your dad record it.
No.
Why? You'd be so proud.
All right.
We'll figure out some sort of punishment.
So that's our challenge for Tuesday. Guys, give us ideas for our segments. Anything you want to hear us say or do, challenges as well. We more than likely be willing to supplement that. Our next time potting is going to be Tuesday the 31st. And until next time, Utility Players, we'll see you guys later.